you think these are the 5 best players in the country? Did they get anything right or wrong?
I think we're 4 for 5.
Who did we miss?
I'm not gonna say. I don't like to name. The name.
It's Trayce Jackson-Davis, isn't it?
No,
that's the one you're trying to take off.
I said I think we're about 4 for 5.
That's the one you're trying to take off.
I think Drew Timme has Christian Laettner potential, and obviously it's Christian Laettner light. But I think the stash. I think Chet Holmgren now is doing that as well. I mean, Gonzaga has a very much, and America's upset because they think they were overrated all year and that they don't play a real schedule, and then Baylor kind of, quote unquote exposed that. So they just have this. They're the bad guy, for they're the big dog. You know what I mean? That for the first time, really, I think. And Drew Timme is the face of that. So I love him on this team. I think it's great for college basketball to have a face that's familiar.
So it's not Drew Timme. Let's keep going.
It's not Drew Timme. Johnny Juzang
It's not him. I'll tell you that. How much you love this guy.
Johnny Juzang is what we hoped. He's like the hero we deserved. You know what I mean? And I'm worried. Usually when that happens, like the way I say that phrasing, it's a two-faced situation. So I hope we don't get the bad side of Johnny Juzang. I hope we only get greatness. But I'm so happy that he's back to be the face of the blue blood UCLA. Good to see UCLA back here.
I have 1 week. I just pulled up my calendar. I have 1 week to make my decision. I put it in my. I don't know if you even remember me doing this, but was it last week? I said I have to make a decision on UCLA whether I'm buying.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Because I put them their number one as my number one. They're both my number 1 team in the country, and my number 1 fraud in the country.
They're my number 2 team in the country.
Who's number 1? Gonzaga. Baylor.
Kansas is number 1.
Kansas is number 1
on my list.
But you would vote Gonzaga number 1.
Yes.
But also Baylor's top 5.
Yes, Baylor's top 5.
And UC. Okay, got it.
UCLA is number 2. Just like LaMelo in the MVP voting right now, number 2 behind Steph Curry.
I don't know where I fall on UCLA yet, and I still have a week to decide. I put a reminder, November 1st. I'm going to have an update for you, so get excited. 1 week from today, I'm gonna have an update whether I'm buying into UCLA or not.
So those 2 though, right? We can both agree that's great for college basketball.
Yeah, I think Johnny Juzang
to have those 2 guys, that game, like to have 2 stars in that amazing game. Obviously, we lose Suggs, but the fact that we add Chet. I think Johnny Juzang belongs. They play each other earlier in the year.
I think Johnny Juzang belongs on the preseason All-American team. I don't think he belongs as like a lock. Like
he's
100%.
a lock. He's a lock. Timme and Juzang are locks because we're David Stern here, right? We have to market this product. We have to market the product. So these guys, they're Final Four.
Okay,
they're programs that Jordan Brand now. I mean,
between Chet Holmgren and Hunter Salas is Drew Timme going to be the 3rd best player?
No, he's the best player.
You think
he's
the best?
Okay. He's the best player on the team.
Okay.
Fact.
Okay. All right. I'm asking questions. I'm just asking questions.
Johnny Juzang is either the best player on his team or Peyton Watson, our 5-star, is the best player on the team.
Hami Hackett, or what did
Triple J.
What did Barkley call him? I forget. That was so funny. That was the original. That was like Perk trying to say Moses Moody was Barkley.
But Jaime Jaquez is the man.
Jamie Jazzquez.
I think it was Jamie Jazzquez.
Jamie Jazzquez.
Honestly, Jamie Jazzquez gets buckets. Like, that kid is really good. And he's kind of the fail-safe. If Johnny is struggling, if he's kind of has a Devin Booker moment where he's a little bit in his head, Triple J is going to be there.
Triple J or Double J? Take your pick.
He's a junior. It's Jaime Jaquez Jr.
I know, but Johnny Juzang is what I'm saying. Johnny Juzang and then Double J, Triple J.
Yeah, it's Double J until you need another J. And he's open.
Okay, so Timme, you're saying is a lock. Juzang's a lock.
Yes.
Collin Gillespie, Trayce Jackson-Davis, Kofi Cockburn. Those are your other 3.
Kofi Cockburn is a lock.
Okay.
Kofi Cockburn in Illinois, I think it's probably better for them. What are they, like 11 or 12? That's what we saw. That's probably a good range for them to kind of stay off the radar.
I think it was 11.
But Trip Frazier is going to be first team all defense Big Ten. So you got one of the best defensive guards. You got one of the best offensive guards in Curbelo. So both sides. And what do we need in the tournament? We need defense. We need guard play. So we got that covered. Yeah. And now we got a big man, the best big man in college basketball, other than maybe Drew Timme, on the list.
Okay.
Locked.
Kofi Cockburn. I like this move too because if you're talking about being David Stern and
do you think he's on the line for you?
I think it's tough to put Kofi Cockburn on the preseason All-American team given what happened against Cameron Krutwig. I think like the taste that was left in my mouth watching that was, and same with Drew Timme. There's
also a rumor that Kofi Cockburn may have to sit out a game because he sold some clothes or whatever like during his test. I don't, man. Of course I don't care.
Who cares?
But that's just something that's out there.
But
so
I guess similarly, Drew Timme, the last we saw him was not great either. So,
exposed.
Yeah.
But that's the drama. That's what we need to market this product. I mean, these guys.
Guys who are exposed on the.
They laid a flat egg, and what do? You bounce back.
Yeah.
You have to climb again. You have to rise.
Kofi Cockburn being in over.
I feel like Dickie V right now. I feel like I'm just like hyping up the whole season.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Cockburn being in over Hunter Dickinson is awesome though. Like
of course.
For content, for online arguments, for like stoking those flames. I think you leave both those guys off. If you leave Cockburn off, say, and put Paolo Banchero on there, we don't get Illinois Michigan fights.
Do you think that's the one that's missing, Paolo?
Paolo's the one that's missing. Yeah,
I think Paolo should be on it.
If I was redoing this, I'm taking off either Gillespie or Jackson-Davis. Jackson-Davis is.
I'm taking Trayce Jackson-Davis off for Paolo Banchero.
He's gonna be good though.
I know he's gonna be good, but I don't like.
He is good.
I don't like that the heat is on him. I don't like that they gave him this press. I bet Mike Woodson didn't show it to him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I bet Mike Woodson was like, you don't just because we had some film sessions that were good does not mean you're ready.
So you're taking TJD off
for Paolo.
Oh, for Paolo
Banchero.
You're willing to admit Paolo is coming.
I'll put him first team. Yeah.
I love it
because he's Harrison Barnes, right? I mean. He's Duke's Harrison Barnes.
You know, Zion was, as a reminder, in 2019, he was not preseason All-American. RJ Barrett was.
Because we were scared.
Yeah.
Not us, but the AP was scared.
Yeah, it was like Dedrick Lawson, I think, that year, and like Carson Edwards, which it proved to be pretty good.
Yeah.
RJ Barrett proved to be pretty good. I mean, he was nasty.
RJ Barrett is now underrated somehow. He's such a great defender, and nobody talks about it.
Cam Reddish is off to a good start, by the way, right?
Yeah,
the Hawks.
The Hawks. It's not Cam Reddish.
Can you imagine those?
They're giving Cam Reddish the credit, but if you know, it's DeAndre Hunter.
Can you imagine if Zion,
it's DeAndre Hunter,
RJ
hit that shot earlier? We were talking about Ty Jerome in the corner.
If Zion, RJ, and Cam Reddish were actually healthy during that 2019 run, like they
would have lost to Virginia.
Wait, hold on. I got it in my ear. They were healthy. They were healthy.
Yeah.
That whole season, huh? And they didn't make the final. Huh.
No.
Interesting. I bet that's embarrassing for whoever was their coach. Where did they play again?
No, can you imagine this, like watching the top 75 list come out and having 0 players on it? I mean, my God.
What about Kobe? Does he count as a Duke?
Jim, pull up the tape of Kobe Bryant talking to Jimmy Kimmel where he's asked about this, and he said he would have gone to North Carolina because he wanted to go up against Vince Carter, who was the #1 shooting guard in the class in front of him. And in fact, some people have said that Kobe Bryant kind of took Vince Carter, like the baton should have gone to Vince, but Kobe was like, "That's mine. I believe it's mine," and he took it away.
Which I would argue makes him a Duke guy, right? That he became.
And that video is a deep fake, by the way.
Jim, we were there.
Jim made that.
And 2019, Coach K wasn't healthy, so.
Oh, that's right.
Back. Thank you.
That's right.
Yes,
Coach K wasn't healthy.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's what it was.
Respect.
Respect with a K.
Respect
Thoughts and prayers.
Yeah.
Respect with a K. Who else should make this list? I don't know. I think
I feel pretty good about the list. And Trayce Jackson-Davis I'm fine with because I think seniority rules, so you give it to him. That's college basketball. Gillespie's seniority rules, you give it to him. That's college basketball.
I think they overthought. I think Chet's got to be on there. I think you can't put two. You don't think so? What are you talking about? Hyping up dudes and like trying to control narratives and being David Stern. David Stern would put Chet Holmgren on. He's the best recruit since LeBron, dude.
I would have put Jalen Suggs on the list last year. Chet's going to be playing next to Timme. Timme's the star. Hey there. Thanks for watching Titus and Tate. For the full friend of the program experience, subscribe right below and come join us for all things college basketball. The action is heating up. Come join Titus and Tate.